What has Billy meant to you in your coaching career, just starting out with him at Louisiana, him hiring you back, and now obviously giving you this opportunity?
A lot. You know, he's a great person. You know what I mean? That really matters to me. And opportunity to come here, go to a place where you can play complimentary football and be successful defensively really means a lot. But as a person, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be standing here today, without, kind of standing on the shoulders of giants per se, like my family, other people I worked with. But Coach Napier's been a big part of that. You know what I mean? I was at Louisiana, probably wouldn't have got the job at Georgia without him. It'd be known, right? I got a job there. Probably wouldn't have got the opportunity to come back and be the linebackers coach. If I was not at Georgia, and working at Louisiana, Will Hall probably couldn't have hired a 27-year-old unexperienced defense coordinator, right? So yeah. A lot of it kind of trails back to him.
And then as far as working with Patrick, what was that experience like with him at Louisiana, and just how much of an impact did he have on you, especially from a defensive coordinator standpoint?
Unbelievable. You know what I mean? We talk daily almost, you know what I'm saying? And probably wouldn't have taken the job here without his blessing of knowing what the situation was.
Yeah.
And because I left comfort, you know what I mean? I was at a comfortable place, and he is a dear friend. He's a better person than football coach. I think he's one of the better football coaches I've ever seen. And he got to sing along with the staff, going in the right direction. And he's somebody that we see football similar, but we see it different, right? So we're able to have educated conversations and work through issues together. But he, probably not going to get enough credit for the job he did here, getting this thing going in the right direction.
What was that conversation like, and just for you to kind of get that blessing from him and make you feel good about it?
It wasn't like a blessing like the mob or anything, but it was.
Or just leaving your comfort zone.
Yeah. I mean, it was tough. It was easy, but tough. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, Nick Saban was my hero, and the opportunity to be there and work for him and being at home, you know what I mean? Like I said, certainly, we lost my mother in September. It was really, really hard. And it's like the good Lord put you at Alabama of all places, because leaving Southern Miss was hard too. We got things going in the right direction, and Hattiesburg is unbelievable, and Southern Miss is an unbelievable place. Giant Kill used to play the Gators all the time too. And even to go to Alabama, it was a no-brainer, but it was still something you had to think about because the people make the place. And then it was like, man, this lands on your table. What do you do? So just had prayer and asked a lot of people I really care about what I should do, and an opportunity to come to the University of Florida. Like, what are you talking about, man?
What would you consider the staple of an Austin Armstrong defense? Is it being multiple, or what do you want to be known for?
The thing that we've got to get going here, right? The one to answer your question, we talk about the Florida DNA, right? We're talking about Gator DNA, right? We want to be tough, right? And that tough isn't acting a fool. It's striking blockers, being mentally tough to handle situational football. Right? We're with physicality. When that ball is in between the 53 and the third, we're going to hunt the ball. And we're going to punish the ball carrier. And our objective every week is to change the way the opponent thinks. Like, when that ball is in my hand, I've got to really consider that people with orange helmets are coming. All right? And then love. We want to play for each other. We want to love each other. We want to love this game. We want to love this institution. We want to love ourselves, right? We want to be in that situation, and we want to play with enthusiasm. Right, that's something that I've really challenged everybody here. Like, guys, football's fun. Like, we're at the University of Florida. Like, are you serious? Like, quit. And a lot of these kids now, like, they have a lot of anxiety because they're highly touted and all stuff like that. And like, my thing is, like, quit playing the game with a burden and play it like it's a blessing. You're gonna make mistakes. There ain't no scoreboard out there right now. Go play and go enjoy it. And that's what we're really trying to push: the energy and the tempo. And we're definitely not gonna be a defense that sits around with our hands in our pockets. Well, first off, I can't commend the staff enough for the job they've done. You know what I mean? Culture, players, all that, things like that. At the end of the day, you obviously want to inherit a situation where everybody's played and all that stuff like that, but I don't know how much that matters anymore. You know what I mean? We have a lot of kids right now that are doing everything that we ask them to do to be really good players. And we have a lot of young, good players. And they fit our values and principles, and they've been a lot of fun to coach.
You talked about obviously the great opportunity you had at Alabama and how this was a great one in a different way. How do you know you were ready for this responsibility and this job at this stage of your career?
I don't think you ever know you're ready for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got married, I thought I was ready to get married. I wasn't ready to get married. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
Everybody says that has kids, you're not ready to do that, right? But the thing that was awesome for me is I was in a leadership role for a period of time. So coming in and doing the install, making the walkthrough plans, because what we do is a little different now. Like, our learning, how we teach is different. For example, like, our players don't sit in a meeting longer than like 18 minutes. We're constantly engaged. So, example, like today, we met for 18 minutes as a unit, and then we went to the indoor and walked through for 18 minutes. And we went back and met for 20 minutes, and then we had a pre-practice walk for 15, right? So what we do is different, right? So I've been doing that, You know what I'm saying? So making choices and decisions relative to a leadership role of being a coordinator, that's easy. You've been doing it. You know, I know that may not make a lot of sense, but it is, right? Because you've been doing it. So you're really comfortable in it. You know, that's what I've been fortunate. I've been in a leadership role in making those decisions at Southern Mississippi. It was actually harder for me going to Alabama in a short period of time and shutting up, you know what I mean, and learning. Because you go from working for an offensive head coach like we do here and making all the defensive decisions outside of the final decision in which the head coach makes to not to back in it. You know, so that was you were kind of naturally comfortable doing that. You know what I mean? So probably not as much as the easiest part right now for us is probably just calling the game and being the coordinator. You know what I mean? That's the easiest part going into this level. Now it's the other things that come with it of managing people, managing your roster, and recruiting.